Hey friends and fam, it's Lauren, also known as Dip, aka The Juicer. Welcome back. I made a video about all the things that I hated on the trail. This is gonna be all the things that I actually really liked while on the trail. Let's get into it. So I started my last video with a piece of trash shoes that I really hated on trail that I don't think you should buy. So I'm gonna start this video with my favorite pairs of shoes. These are the Hoka Speed Goats, and if you want to feel like a speedy goat, buy these. I cannot sing enough praises to the heavens about these shoes. I freaking love these shoes. These are just the one shoes that I had that made me not feel pain, which is a weird concept, but I got over 700 miles on these bad boys, which I should probably retire at this point, but I still use them because they're so freaking comfortable. I got more than 700 freaking miles out of these things, which is awesome because I couldn't get even that many miles out of a Lone Peak. They stayed comfortable throughout the entire time. Like, there was never a point where I felt like, oh, my feet are being destroyed right now. Like, I need to get to the next town immediately to switch my shoes out. I never got to that point in these shoes. I highly recommend them. These ones, whoa. I'm freaking glowing right now because I'm so stoked about these shoes. Dope. What else do I have to say about these? Oh yeah, so these shoes in particular, the Speed Goats, don't have a wide foot box, but I do know that Hoka makes like the same exact shoe but with a wide foot box. I don't remember the name of it, but you can look it up. You're on the internet right now. If you have behemoth feet and you need a wide foot box, don't get these, get the other ones, basically. But if you don't have that problem, these are dope. Highly recommend the Speedy Goats. Moving on. Unpopular opinion, but this bad boy is freaking dope. This is the Aura AG50. Not an ultralight pack, however, a beast, and will last you the entire trail and then some. I did not have good luck with any of the other ultralight packs I had tried. Before the trail, I had purchased a Z-Packs pack, but unfortunately it didn't fit me. I have an extra small frame, sometimes an extra small frame, depending on who makes the pack. And unfortunately, just a lot of cottage companies don't have a stock option for extra small, so I would essentially have to custom order a backpack just to even be able to try a backpack out. And when you're about to do a through hike, it's a little heartbreaking to have to spend that much money when you've already spent a bunch of money on stuff, and then test it out and then have it not work out and then you have to sell it. You know what I mean? That kind of sucks. So I had bought the Gregory bag and was very disappointed in it. Maybe don't buy bags that don't have reviews on them. Lesson learned. So I just went with a tried and true, something that I knew that would work, something I knew was going to be a little bit heavier, but in the long run, a lot more comfortable. I wouldn't have to worry about shoulder pain, especially moving into the Sierras where I had a bear can to worry about, especially during a very wet, cold year like 2019, where I was snowed on and rained on every month of the trail. Sometimes being able to carry more gear, warmer gear, is nice. This is also going to essentially last me indefinitely. I think that there's a lifetime warranty on this thing, which is awesome because now I can take it on any hike I want, whether I'm doing a mountaineering trip or just a simple weekend backpacking trip. I know that this thing is going to be able to stand the test of time. Another thing that I really liked is this little pocket. I had actually ordered this pocket when I had bought the Z-Packs pack. I just popped this thing off and put it on whatever pack I had at the time, and yeah, I really like it. It's super easy to be able to listen to music or carry extra snacks whatever you need, you can pop it in here. I always put my phone in this case. I could also fit my phone and my charger in this. It would be a little bit of a tight squeeze, but if I ever needed to charge my phone, I could. And then this little pocket, I'd put my headphones, chapstick, a snack, sunscreen, whatever I needed to put in there. So that was just nice to have easy access to that stuff, and be able to keep my hip pockets full of snacks rather than phone equipment. So highly recommend this bag. I realized that like the internet is full of ultralight dweebs who would hate me for saying that this is awesome, but you can do it if I can do it. Moving on. The Bot 7 Hundo. I realize that there's also some mixed reviews on this. Some people don't really like it, some people love it. I am in the category of people who love it. Again, I just want to talk about like investing in quality gear that is going to last you. A lot of the times ultralight gear isn't the best in terms of quality or durability, I should say. Yeah, so maybe taking into consideration if you're purchasing something, is it going to be used indefinitely or for a very long time? This, I feel like I can use this indefinitely for a very long time. I like the fact that it's multifunctional. I can cold soak with it, and I can hot soak with it, cook with it. I can use it as extra water storage. I could put extra snacks in here, I guess, if I really wanted to. You can hang it off of your pack. I never had a problem with it becoming too tight that I couldn't get it open, because the seal is on the outside, so if you don't have a fingernail that can get under it, you could literally get a little knife under it, you get a little pair of your Swiss Army scissors under it, you could get a stick under it. I've like opened it with rocks before. There's ways to open this! Believe in me! Yeah, I understand that it's expensive, but fam, there's freaking Reddits out there, there's freaking Facebook pages out there where you can buy used gear. I've seen these for sale for not full price, so like, get on it, stop complaining. This thing's going to last you forever. Also, maybe something that's like solely good for a wet year, such as 2019. And it's this thing. It's the Arc'teryx rain jacket, whatever. It's the Arc'teryx Beta SL Hybrid Jacket Women's. Yeah, this thing's freaking dope. I had started the trail with the, oh hello, I'm glowing again. Stoked about this rain jacket. Yeah, so I had started the trail with the Outdoor Research Helium jacket. That jacket it does its job. I'll say that. It keeps you dry. I never had a problem with it wetting out, although I do understand that that can be a problem for some people. I never experienced that. I had carried it for 750 miles until I switched out to this thing. The problem with the Outdoor Research jacket is it doesn't have any pit zips, so you're spending a lot of money on something that doesn't even have pit zips when you could just spend that money on frog togs and would do something similar. And the problem with that is because it doesn't have pit zips, you're gonna get super sweaty because it's not very breathable. And when you're hit with giant gusts of wind, which you will be, especially in the desert, you're gonna get very cold because you're now sweaty and the wind's gonna hit you, and it's not really gonna keep you warm. It's just gonna keep you dry. That's basically what I'm trying to say. However, this will keep you warm. It's a little bit thicker, although not by much, but it's thick enough where it's gonna keep you nice and toasty. And pit zips. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. So you're not gonna get super overheated, or at least I didn't. This thing's freaking dope. And another cool thing is this jacket's made for climbing, so it's got the pockets higher up on, well, let's just try it on. Hey. Basically, if you've got your backpack on and it's raining, you can still access your pockets. Isn't that cool? Like, for any other jacket, you wouldn't be able to do that, but for something that's like made for climbing or mountaineering or whatever, you can still access your pockets, you can keep your hands warm, or keep your phone nice and dry, which is what I always did. I always had at least one zipped up so that I would hike like this with my trekking pole so that I could keep my stuff, like, electronics dry, but still have access to it, and have at least one hand warm. Because I got rained on so much, I didn't trust the weather anymore, you know? Like, people told me it would be dry, and it wasn't dry. So I kept this throughout the entire rest of the trail, minus the first 750 miles. I didn't have this. I kept this even when the weather was good. Even when I only had one day of rain out of the month. Like, I always had this jacket with me because it just made me so happy, and I knew that I could rely on it. You know? It was just like a dope security blanket. This thing's dope. This is the one thing, it's expensive, and if I hadn't been given this by the lovely Joe Chocolate people, I don't think I would have purchased it myself, but now that I have it, if I ever lost it or completely destroyed this thing, it hurts me to say it, but I would buy this. Yeah. I think it's worth it. I'm sure you could find this used somewhere out there. Yeah, also probably not a very useful piece of gear if you're hiking in any other year. But if you're hiking in a wet year, this is a dope piece of gear. Honorable mentions, things that, what am I even trying to say? Things that are awesome that I would like to mention. The Coola Cloth. It's basically like a hypoallergenic pee rag. There's a lot of people out there who carry bandanas. That's dope. Stoked on that. You know, save the environment, don't use toilet paper. However, you could spend a little bit more money and get something that's super adorable and snaps like so. Has like this hypoallergenic black side. I think this little white piece of thread is glow in the dark if you ever need help finding it in the dark. When you wipe, it doesn't soak through, which is good because we're all nasty. And then you can just pop it back onto your bag. Super easy access. Made in the USA. Yeah, you can get it in a bunch of different kinds of designs and colors and whatever. This might be kind of like a female specific thing, but I also had a lot of men asking me about it who didn't want to sprinkle their pants. Nobody wants to sprinkle their pants. So, also, dope piece of gear that I highly recommend. You've got like an extra $30 to throw. I do know that what's the gear shop? Two Foot Adventures. They had something similar to this. I don't think it was the same company, but they also had something similar to this. So if you can't for some reason order it online, when you get to Warner Springs, they should have something similar to this there. Another thing that is also like wet year specific or cold person specific, waterproof socks. I had a little going away party before I hit the trail, and one of my friends who was a Marine gifted these to me, and I was like, like, the PCT's dry! I'm not gonna need waterproof socks! Well, guess what, honey? I did. And these are freaking amazing, and I really love these, and they saved my little toesies a lot. I actually, like, hiked kind of a hole into it. I don't know if that's visible, but there's a little hole in it. But they still kept my feet warm. These were dope for Washington when it rained all the freaking time and I was just freezing cold. I actually got stuck in a snowstorm going up to Canada for like 2 days, and huge lifesavers. Like, these always kept my feet warm. Yeah, I can't recommend these more if you're going through a melt, if you're hiking during a wet year, or if you're just like a generally cold person. I do tend to have like really cold feet, and that just makes life not enjoyable when you're trying to hike over 20 miles a day with numb feet. So yeah, having these actually really made a difference in my happiness on trail. So yeah, those are all of the things that I actually really liked. I realized that a lot of these things are maybe different from what I had originally posted on my pre-BCT gear list video, but everything changed from season to season, or like month to month, state to state, whatever, so much. So yeah, these are all the random bits of gear that I happen to carry with me and really, really love and highly recommend to you. So yeah, that's it. Peace out.